Kudus Mohammed is in the headlines once again. This time, West Ham have been able to agree personal terms with the player. Is subject to some dotted I's and some crossed T's that need to be done. West Ham United are set to lose one of their players and looking to use Kudus Mohammed to replace him. We'll look at the details of that news today. We're also going to talk about Hudson Odoi, a person of interest for reportedly several clubs. Chelsea want to offload him, and to think that Hudson Odoi, a couple of years ago, Bayern Munich wanted to snap him out for £50 million. The Blues did not let him go, and this time they are looking to offer him to West Ham. We'll look at the future of Hudson Odoi. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. After personal terms were not able to be agreed on between Kudus Mohammed and Brighton and Hove Albion, with the transfer window still open, it was quite unclear and uncertain where he would go to next. This morning we are getting wind that West Ham United have become the latest club. They have, however, been able to do what Brighton could not do and agree personal terms with Kudus. It's now subject to parties between the both clubs, Ajax and West Ham United. As West Ham are set to lose one of their key players, Kudus Mohammed looks like the one to replace him. West Ham have now opened initial talks to sign Kudus Mohammed, a priority target in case Lucas Paqueta leaves to join Man City. Now, positive talks on player side. Kudus open to the move, still waiting to approach Ajax, as deal will depend on Paqueta. So should Paqueta remain at West Ham United, it's looking like that deal between them and Kudus might not happen. So the talk's still ongoing. The Hammers are close to losing this key player, Paqueta, to Manchester City. And it's being stated here by Fabrizio that it is going to be a straight swap, not directly, but a move for Paqueta to Manchester City would open the way for Kudus to go in there and join them and play in the Premier League. Kudus already was a person of interest for Brighton and Hove Albion. He wanted a release clause in his contract. Personal terms could not be agreed on owing to that lack of understanding, and understanding on certain issues at the beginning doesn't bode well for both parties. Kudus and Brighton deal went off and did not go through, and that is how come West Ham have entered the picture here. West Ham United is another great club for Kudus Mohammed to join and catapult his future to bigger things in the next few years. Chelsea have broken the record and signed Moses Caicedo. The issue for Chelsea was never about money. For Kudus, they did not officially make a bid for the Ghanaian, and I think the Blues might regret it. Kudus would have been a great addition to them, but I for one did not like that move. I felt Brighton move was better. West Ham still not bad. I think if Kudus agrees to that move to West Ham and he gets what he wants, I think it's a go for them. So Kudus Mohammed to West Ham is on, subject to Paqueta joining Manchester City from West Ham. If that move goes through, then Kudus will be in the clear to join West Ham United. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on this Kudus Mohammed deal here to West Ham United. My next story has to do with Hudson Odoi, and Chelsea are looking to explore transferring Hudson Odoi to Palace to help in deal to sign Michael Olise. Chelsea are snapping up transfers here and there. Humongous monies being put into these transfers that some would say, where is FFP at this time? But the Blues are still interested in signing talented youngster Michael Olise, and they are looking to use Hudson Odoi as one of the players involved in that transfer. Now, according to report, the club wants to sanction a move for Hudson Odoi to join the Eagles in hopes of finally landing Olise. The Blues have been linked with a move to sign Michael Olise since the summer window was open. Although it's been several weeks, nothing has come out of the many speculations and transfer stories In the latest development, sources have indicated that Chelsea are currently exploring a different alternative in the club's bid to bring Michael Olise to Stamford Bridge. It's also possible that the Londoners will include youngster Hudson Odoi in an offer to Crystal Palace. That will include cash. It's expected that the offer will be presented to Crystal Palace this week as the Blues look to strengthen their squad. Hudson Odoi, 22, does not appear to have a future at Chelsea. He's also wanted by English side Fulham, but the club's first bid was deemed too small. Hudson Odoi is still searching for a club, and a suitable exit from Chelsea is what he and the Blues are looking to get. The Blues want Michael Olise, they want Latvia, they've gotten Caicedo. It's going to be an interesting transfer window for Chelsea, who are splashing the cash because they do have it. The Blues have the money and they are making use of it. Someone called for FFP to scrutinize this. Well, we'll see what happens. But the deal is, for Caicedo especially, is a lengthy one. 9 years contract until 2031. Possibly, and it's going to be a long contract which will spread the payments across all those years, so probably why it's not as huge as we are looking at it to be. Maybe the £150 million to be spread across those payment periods, 8-year payment periods. I think that is how it will be done, and that is possibly how they are going to avoid FFP regulationary issues. But let me know your thoughts in the comments box. Hudson Odoi involved in a transfer swap for Chelsea as they look to sign Michael Olise from Crystal Palace. Ghana defender Djiku made his debut for Fenerbahce after swapping to the side. He was in action for them in their first match as they beat Gaziantep in there. The centre-back started for Fenerbahce in the team's first match of the season. Named in the back four, Djiku put up a good performance to help Fenerbahce to secure a 2-1 win at the end of 90 minutes to earn all 3 points. Fenerbahce took the lead after 3 minutes into the first half when Djiku found the back of the net of Gaziantep with a great strike. Later in the 18th minute, he scored again to complete a brace to unsettle the visitors. Gaziantep managed to get the consolation goal in added time in the first half through a strike from Arda Gizlidag. Following a good outing in the Turkish Super League, Djiku is expected to maintain his spot in the back four for Fenerbahce in the upcoming season, and in the next Black Stars game, he should be included by coach Chris Hughton, who will be naming his squad probably next week. 7 September is the date, Ghana vs Central African Republic, and some new faces might be in there for this all-important game in Kumasi. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on everything. That has been it for today. Talking to you today about Hudson Odoi involved in a swap deal for Chelsea, who are looking to sign Michael Olise. They want to include Hudson Odoi with some amount of money to get this deal through. After signing Caicedo, looking to get Roma Latvia from Southampton, it looks like the Blues are not resting until they get all their targets. I'm yet to see a striker in there. Also talking to you about Kudus Mohammed. West Ham United is the latest team to show interest in the Ghanaian. They have held talks with the player, terms agreed on, but it's subject to Paqueta leaving them to Manchester City, and then the deal can go through. Your thoughts in the comments box on everything. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great start to the week.